Kyiv has long been located at the crossroads of important roads. Back in Kyiv and Russes, this was the legendary path from the Varangians to the Greeks. Today, the city is crossed by international highways and railways. The relief of Kyiv was formed on the border of the Dnieper highlands, as well as the Poliska and Dnieper lowlands. Most of the city lies on the high, up to 196 m above sea level, right bank of the Dnieper, the Kyiv Plateau, cut by a dense network of ravines into separate hills. Pechersky Hills, Shekovitsis, Korovitsi, Pechersky Hills, Shekovitsis, Korovitsi, Betiv. The smaller part lies on the low-lying left bank of the Dnieper. The residential quarters of the city are surrounded by a solid ring of forests. In the sagas, Kyiv was called Kolugarder. The name Kyiv remained for Kyiv in the Icelandic language of the Netherlands. There's a version that the origin of the name Kyiv is related to the Old Icelandic word Kaina, which meant boat. This allows us to interpret the name of Kyiv as a city of boats, which corresponded to reality in the XXII centuries, when a large waterway from the Varangians to the Greeks ran through it. Kyiv is the capital and largest city of Ukraine. It is located in the middle course of the Dnieper in the northern Dnieper region. Political, socio-economic, transport, educational, scientific, historical, cultural, and spiritual center of Ukraine.
In the 10th, 13th centuries, the basis of Kyiv's economy was agriculture, crafts, and trade. Craftsmen of more than 60 specialties worked in the city: potters, blacksmiths in ferrous and non-ferrous metals, foundries, glass manufacturers, bone, wood, and stone workers. Kyiv jewelers possessed enamel, black, grain, and irrigation techniques. In the 11th century, there were 8 markets in the city, the largest of which were Babin Torzhak in the princely city and Torgoviche and Torgovishi in Podil. Raw materials, fur, honey, wax, leather, bread, and handicrafts, weather, bread, and handicrafts. Weapons, jewelry, were imported from Kyiv. Russian, Byzantine, Jewish, and European merchants permanently lived in the city. 3 international trade routes passed through Kyiv. The Greek one, connecting Scandinavia with Byzantium; Kyievsky, which connected Russia with Poland, the Czech Republic, and Bavaria; Zalozny, which led to the Caucasus to Asian countries. Kyiv has a large number of gardens and parks for recreation, including the National Botanical Garden named after Fomina, Shevchenko Park, Kreshchady Park, Mariinsky Park, Trety Garden, Volodymyrska Hill, Askoldova Mohyla Park, Eternal Glory Park, Landscape Alley Chornovilla Square, Hydro Park, Holosiv Park, Holosiv Forest, Partisan Glory Park, Victory Park, Pushkin Park. On September 3, 2011, Europe's longest avenue of cherry blossoms was planted in Kyoto Park. Kyiv is the center of museum affairs in Ukraine. Hundreds of museums and cultural institutions are located here. The centers of fine arts in Kyiv are the National Academy of Fine Arts and Architecture and the National Union of Artists of Ukraine. Rich art collections are presented in Kyiv museums, the National Art Museum, the National Art Gallery, and the Bohdan and Varvara Konenko Museum. The works of modern Ukrainian artists are exhibited in the Gallery of the Union of Artists, the City Art Gallery Lavra, a number of galleries on Andriysky Uзвaz.